What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. It's SVT Vasquez, back at it with another video, back at it with another banger, man. In this video, I'm going to be giving you guys an update on my Mustang Cobra. Let's start this show. Welcome back, everybody. Happy New Year, happy holidays. It's my first video of 2022, and part of the reason that I didn't post in the beginning of the year, it's already I believe January 11th, somewhere around there. I actually got sick. I got flu-like symptoms. I didn't get COVID, tested negative for COVID, but I had a really high fever, and it's been going on around a lot. A lot of people actually got sick. Not necessarily with COVID, but just sick. So another thing, last time we left off, guys, we were installing the heat exchanger on my Cobra and radiator. Now, I did get reached out by a few people that were saying they themselves were installing a bigger radiator or whatever may have you. They were wondering if the radiator fit. Someone actually reached out to me and said that they did install this bigger radiator and that it didn't work out because there's so much fluid. The pump has to work harder to push that fluid, and it doesn't work. It makes the car overheat, and unfortunately, I found out the hard way as well. I went to my local O'Reilly's store, which is like 2 miles at most away from my house. I drove over there and drove back, and the car was already overheating. So I didn't touch it. I parked it, left it at that. I did order the stock radiator, which is going to be thin as the one I took out. The one that I took out was full of rust, as I showed you guys before. But I'm not going to go with this thick radiator that I got at first. It's a mistake on my part. It's just something I wanted to try. It didn't work out, and now I have to go and do the job again. Now, let me pop the hood. I'm going to show you guys another issue that I was having as well.
Hi, you are currently being recorded.
Alright, guys, so why don't we do a walk around of the car? I haven't shown you guys in a while. So if you guys haven't been following my channel, this whole rear end is actually painted by me. I painted it with spray cans. I didn't use a air compressor or anything. It's all spray cans. I matched the paint color through a website. Only the door panel wasn't painted by me. This panel and the hood, the front bumper, was painted by me as well. You could see the rock chips and imperfections from the original paint, and it's a little dusty, but this was all painted by me. That's why it looks fresher than the hood. I installed the heat exchanger, as you guys saw in the last video, and I also painted the brackets to freshen them up. I didn't want them to look all rusty with a brand new heat exchanger, so I just gave them a quick paint coat. I do have clear headlights. I don't really like the look of the amber light, but that's my preference. Some people like the originality. I like the color of the scheme, just silver and black. I still have the stock hood vents, stock wheels. My rotors, I painted the inside silver, and the brake calipers are black and silver, painted by me as well. A lot of people ask me, what do I have for my stands? I have I-box springs. So again, this rear panel, the trunk, all of that is painted by me, the whole entire rear, including the hood scoops. These wheels are
You are currently being recorded.
these wheels are stock. Again, the rotors are painted. The calipers are painted. They do have spacers. I didn't put those spacers on. The previous owner did, so these are stock wheels. They just have spacers. I did put the chrome Cobra logo in the back just to match the scheme of the car. I don't have tint on the car, guys. I don't really care for having tint. I don't really care for having tint because here in California, they're real Nazis about that kind of stuff. I did get pulled over once about my tint before, and I removed it, and ever since I haven't installed tint. I might install maybe 35-45%, but to me it's not a big deal. I don't really care about that stuff.
Hi, you are currently being recorded.
I'm putting money in other things, but let's go ahead, pop the hood. I'll show you guys what's been going on. As far as the interior, it's a stock interior. I don't have any gauges. I don't have any modifications. I do have the dark color inserts for the seats. They're in fairly good condition. The interior's in fairly good condition. I do have a aftermarket radio from the previous owner. This isn't the radio I would go with, but again, it's not really something that important to me. I do have a stock shift knob. I have the RTX McLeod clutch flywheel combo. As far as the seat, it's a little bit worn on the driver's seat. As you can see here, a little bit of cracking. I might be doing a restoration video on this if I could figure out how to restore that. Other than that, the interior is pretty clean. Okay, let's go ahead, pop the hood and see what we got going on. Alright guys, so as far as the hood, when it started overheating, it started actually leaking fluid all over here, and so I'm gonna be taking the thicker radiator out and putting in the OEM radiator. But another thing that I was having issues with, guys, is my pulley. As you guys know, I've been state ref before, so I had to convert my whole system back to stock. That includes a stock pulley and a stock tune. And when I went to install this pulley, my removal install kit actually broke on me, and the pulley was all the way flush to this, so it wasn't seated properly. But I didn't know that. And when I installed the new pulleys right here, these idler pulleys, which there's an idle pulley that comes right here, the belt was off of it a little bit, so it was hanging out just like maybe like 2 centimeters or so, and then it was grabbing on and pulling the belt off. So I had to put my original belt without the tensioner because it's smaller. So after going to O'Reilly's and getting another install tool, I pushed my stock pulley all the way in, and as you can see, it's seated all the way in now. Now I'll be able to take off this belt and install the tensioner pulley with my new belt. But since I'm taking the radiator out, I'm gonna just do it when the radiator's out, just so I have more room and space to work with. I already ordered the radiator, but that was a minor issue that I was having and didn't realize it until I put my new idler pulleys in. Before, it wasn't an issue, but I was able to fix it just by getting a tool from O'Reilly's Auto Parts. I just rented it out. It's free to rent. You just put your deposit down and they'll return your money when you bring the tool back. And the car's actually a little filthy. If you guys seen recordings from my previous garage, the home I was renting out, the ceiling didn't have drywall. This one actually has drywall all through the ceiling, so it's an enclosed area. It's not gonna be bringing in dust. If you guys could see, my engine bay is so dusty because before, when I was working on my car inside my garage, dust will still fall through the roof. Now I don't have that issue. I'm able to clean that dust off whenever I get the chance, and having an insulated garage will help me maintain the car in better condition. But that's a video I'm gonna do later on. I'm just I'm tackling the things that I can right now, making sure the car runs great. And part of that is going back in and fixing the radiator. After that's done, the car should be good to go. I do want to install some bushings in the IRS, but that's going to be a big project in itself, and that's a lot of money to spend on that. So I'm going to be taking things one step at a time. I got a few things that I have to knock out on the car, but that's the update, guys. I fixed the supercharger pulley placement to get it seated where it's supposed to be, and I ordered the radiator that it's supposed to have, and then that's going to solve the issues that I have with the car. Other than that, the car is going to be running great. I have been thinking of what else I'm going to do to the car, and first I want to fix up my garage. I need better lighting in here. I only have one light, which is that one. I need to be able to install more lights so that I could work at night as well as record at night, and that you guys have better visibility. As you could see, it's kind of dark in some areas in this garage, so I need to address that, and then I'll have way more content coming for the Cobra. And with that being said, we're almost at 1,000 subscribers, guys. If you guys could hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, I would really appreciate it. And with that being said, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
I'm just all about this money, I don't think about no thought. Girl, you don't know about me, so get off my fucking D. Born and raised in the dot, this is real as you gon' see. Girl, you don't know about me, so get off my fucking D.